there is one thing that you have to know before you can have financial freedom. What's that one thing? I'm about to tell you. But before I do me a huge favor if you don't mind. Smash subscribe, smash thumbs up. Let someone else know about the channel, and welcome to the channel. Hopefully on this channel I can flip the way you think about your finances, flip the way you think about money, change everything in your mindset, and create a new financial monster out of you. Same thing I've done over the past 4 years. Up into 2020, you're looking at a guy that had nothing. You're looking at a guy that was paycheck to paycheck, struggle life. In fact, I was probably driving the struggle bus. I had been there so long. And they promoted me to driver. Some of you, you've been on the struggle bus so long, you're about to get promoted to driver. And you don't want to do that. You don't. It's hard enough to ride on someone else's bus, but boy, it's really bad when you get your own bus and you get to drag some other people through the struggle lane. That's tough. So we don't want to do that. We want to create wealth. And but again, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. Again, if you want to learn how to build your own middleman business from your phone, like Uber, Airbnb, Instacart, all those other companies do, they find customers for, well, they find service providers, and then they find customers, and then they match the customer and the service provider, and they get paid. You'll pretty much do the same thing, but on a smaller scale. So if I can teach you how to make 10 grand a month from your phone by finding customers for service businesses, connecting the customers, letting the business do the work, and you go and do whatever you want to do with your day like I do. So we're coming up on the grounds crew. Let's see, I'll probably walk across here so that you guys don't have to hear the blowers. But I got a super meeting today, and that meeting is going to be powerful because for everybody who's in the Middleman CEO Masterclass, building their own middleman business from their phone, first of all, congratulations. Number two, I got something really cool in store for you. And that meeting today with my website designer, if we can get this thing right, we're going to help you to build a business that could potentially very, very quickly become $1 million business. But I don't want to promise that until I'm able to know for sure that we can do it. So let me do some work, and then we'll try to figure that out. I'm running away from the blower guy, but it's like he's chasing, so hang in there. Just a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So thankful I get to live here. Look at I'm from Louisiana. We have these magnolia trees, and we don't get to see a lot of them out here, but check it out. I love the magnolias. There's no magnolias on them now. They've already fallen off, but so beautiful. So again, we want to learn to create wealth from our phones. There you go. Just got the confirmation from my website guy. He'll be there in about an hour. So I got to do a short walk, get my heart rate going, get my blood pressure going, and then go home, get ready to go get some work in. So if you don't know me, I'm Shon-Jhon. Not long ago, I was just like you, most of you. I didn't know anything about money, anything about finances. In fact, I had been homeless more than once, and it sucked. I didn't know anything about money. There was nobody to teach me. When I started my business in 2020, I had no idea what I was doing. And so I learned everything that I could, and now just come on here and share it with you guys. And my only hope is that you get value from it. And the only way I know that, because obviously I don't know everybody that's on here, but you're welcome to smash the thumbs up just to let me know that these videos do help you in some way. So hopefully they challenge you to think differently about your money and your finances. So, all right, so I want you to be successful. And of course, we all would like to be successful. I hope you aspire to be successful. But again, it all starts right here. So it all starts right here. What's that? In the mindset. So I always tell you guys that the most important part of your being, your setup, your makeup is going to be how you think. It's going to be your mindset. If you get your mindset right, you know what? I'll just stay this way because I see the sprinklers on down there. If you get your mindset right, you can change your entire life. If you get the way you think right, it could transform your life from being someone who's paycheck to paycheck struggling to someone who very quickly has financial freedom. Now, what does financial freedom look like? Well, financial freedom is just making enough money, because people think, well, you got to be a millionaire, because I know people talk about that online a lot. That's not true. You got to make $1 million a year. That's not true. Most people, 99.9999% of people do not have $1 million worth of living expenses each year. So you don't have to make $1 million a year. So what the question I would ask is, all right, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, how do you want to live? Because everything starts with the mindset, and usually you can transform the mindset by asking questions. So the first questions, somebody said, I appreciate it. So the first question you want to ask is, how do I want my life to look, and how do I want to live? So once you determine that, all right, so that'll tell you what kind of car you want to drive, what kind of house you want to live in, what kind of neighborhood you want to live in, what city you want to live in, what kind of vacations you want to take, you know. And I know people make vacations look glamorous and looks like they take them all the time. I'm telling you that one vacation every 3 months is enough, or even every 4 or 6 months is enough. And so the grounds crew is out today, guys, so it's probably gonna get loud at some point. But again, you want to learn as much as you can about money and finance that you possibly can, so that you can go on and build wealth for yourself and your family. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Shon-Jhon. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. We're talking about the importance of thinking differently, because it's the only secret. I know people talk about it. There's got to be a secret. There's got to be a secret. Sure, there's a lot of things that you can this house gives out really good stuff for Halloween, just letting y'all know. Really nice stuff, right? And we're always here. But hello, good morning, Jada. And your mindset, you always want to have your mindset right. By the way, as I'm walking, I see the pickleball courts, which I have no idea how to play, but I've been invited out there. So apparently there's a pickleball club, a few of them, here in the neighborhood. And I'm like, you know what, I'll check it out. By the way, I like those doors on that house. So I'm like, you know what, I'll check it out, because I want to do that. Hey Jade, I'm doing excellent. Hope you're doing great. By the way, guys, if you want to drop your city and state where you're watching from, you feel free to do that. I feel like we're a family, so it's only right that we introduce ourselves to each other. I know the channel's kind of small right now, but I got a good feeling it's going to keep growing, because there's a lot of people who need this information. There's a lot of people who are struggling financially. There's a lot of people who don't know the answer. And what I give you is just my advice and my opinion. So whatever I say, it might not always work for you. So of course, always do your own homework. It's just what I would do. So guys, this channel is based on what I, Shon-Jhon, would do. So you don't necessarily have to do what I do. This is, again, just what I would do. So hopefully it helps you. Hopefully it blesses you. Hopefully it works for you. I'm going to cross right here. But again, it's just what I would do. So yeah, sad people nowadays are struggling. Yeah, that's a fact. Is somebody writing Japanese? Yeah, that's a fact. Because you have to, you have to think about it like all the way through, right? So the struggle doesn't just happen. We have to actually get to the struggle somehow, some way. So for me, I was born into poverty. I was born into struggle in life. This was given to me. Of course, I didn't ask for it. I didn't control anything. But after you get to a certain age, okay, now you got to start putting some stuff together for yourself. Now you got to start figuring stuff out for yourself. Now you got to start, one and one can't be two anymore. I know it's always been two, and that's what they've always told us, and we've played by the rules. But I'm here to tell you that if you go through this life right here, this life right here, man, if you go through this life playing by the rules, you'll never live in one of these. You'll never live in a dream house like that. You'll never do it. Because what? The rules are stacked against you. Wait, the rules? Playing by the rules? It's rigged? Yeah, it's a rigged game. Think about it. Whoever quoted this all these years ago, whenever they quoted this, probably one of the most profound quotes ever in the history of mankind. And that was, follow the money. So if you ever want to know who benefits at the end of the day, then all you have to do is just follow the money. So let's do it. Okay, so when you graduate high school, they force you, first of all, to go to school. And then if you don't go to school, or if your parents don't send you to school, they want to actually arrest you and put you in jail. That should open your eyes firstly. Like, wait a minute. What happened to freedom of choice? What if I don't want to go to school? Why am I forced to go to school? Okay, so, and then I can understand, like, hey, if you don't go to school, you'll get a fine, or you won't get a great job or something like that. There's not many of those. But put you in jail, take your freedom? That's a different. That's tough. I don't want to say the C word on here, but you know what I'm thinking. And kids are already out in the lakes and swimming on the little beach area. Now at night, guys, I should start doing some evening walks. All of this is like people everywhere out here, all out in the water swimming. Water's not deep. Somebody said, "What's up? How you doing? How you doing, man? Sports for life." Somebody's kayaking, and I need to get one of those, but I know how to swim. The lake's not deep. I think it's maybe like 5 feet deep at the max. I'm still terrified of getting out there, so we'll see. But again, think of who wins when you do what you're told to do. That's a good way to look at it. So whenever you do what you're told to do, think of who wins. Now, in some cases, don't get me wrong. First of all, I want to say there's nothing wrong with a job. I had someone come after me. It's like, hey, you're telling people not to get jobs. That's not what I do. I've never told anyone to never get a job. I would never tell you that. That's negligent. If I do say that your job shouldn't be your only source of income, but if it is your only source of income, that's fine. Don't lose your job. Keep that. Check out the little bunny. I think I see this bunny all the time. He tries to get on my videos. Where is he? Right there. See that little fella all the time. And kayakers are long gone. I would have showed you guys, but they went by quickly. But follow the money. So I would never encourage anybody to quit their job with no other source of income. I would never do that. That's negligent, foolish, and you should never do that. You should never listen to anyone who tells you that. What I would tell you is, number one, your job cannot be your only source of income. So what does that mean? That means start thinking of other ways you can make money when you're not at work, right? But in the meantime, keep your job until that side business starts making enough money to replace your job. Then you can walk away from your job, right? Because you have the stats to prove that you have the income. But don't just quit and have nothing. Don't do that. So I have to clarify a lot of things. Also, when I tell you guys buying houses are bad ideas, I just had a talk with a parent at the daycare, and we were talking about houses, and she was like, I told her, I said, yeah, we sold our house a couple of years ago. She was like, what, that beautiful home? I was like, yeah. Financial freedom is the goal for me and my family, not home ownership or loan ownership. And she said, yeah, I don't own a house either. I was like, houses are overrated. This is not 10, 20, 30 years ago, even 5 years ago when houses were affordable. I was like, houses are overrated, overpriced, and they do the opposite of give you financial freedom. They put you into financial bondage because it's a 30-year mortgage that you have to pay. And oftentimes, the only way people pay it is with a paycheck. Uh-oh, now we got another problem, serious problem. If that's your only source of income, and you only know how to make money by selling time at a job, uh-oh, Oh my gosh, this is the worst thing that could happen. How? Because now you have to sell your life to get the paycheck. What? Your life? Yeah. What do you think life is made up of? Time. If you have to sell 40 hours a week for the next 30 years to pay a mortgage, then you just agreed, essentially, when you signed that mortgage, you essentially agreed to sell the next 30 years of your life in exchange for a paycheck. Think about it. What other thing would you invest in and agree to work for the next 30 years to pay off? Think about that. Think about how stupid that is. Now, am I telling you a house is a bad thing? No, I'm not telling you that. I'm going to get another house. What I am telling you is, and this is what I always say, listen, here's what I'm telling you. Because a house is not a bad thing. It's much better than renting, so don't come at me, guys. Yes, it's better than renting. Not because of equity and all that, because of privacy. Yes. I don't want to hear my neighbor's dog barking at 6 a.m. I got a baby. Come down there and cut somebody. Somebody's getting cut. Right? Trying to get this baby to sleep, this dog barking. Yes, privacy is a whole lot better. When we lived in our house, we had a bunch of privacy. And I know nothing about tennis. Last time I played, I hit the ball over the gate. They never invited me back. I thought it was a home run. Apparently it doesn't work that way. It was a good swing. And but my thing is, listen, before you buy the house, before you sign on the dotted line, there's nothing wrong with owning a home. And I know you guys are going to come and say, but the equity and this. Look, that stuff is just, that's like scratching a lottery ticket. The equity can go up, the equity can go down. I sold my house 2 years ago for a high price. I looked online yesterday, that same house lost almost $100,000. It lost that last year because I looked it up last year. Lost $100,000 in value. So for that family that bought the house from me, where's the equity? That's one of the reasons we sold it, because number one, we care more about financial freedom than we do about home ownership. Number two, they make plenty of houses. They don't write $700,000 checks to get out of them. I'm just saying, right? And number three, I probably shouldn't have said that, but number three, that guy lost money as soon as he bought. So the money, you win or lose when you make the purchase. You win or lose when you invest, because if you buy at the wrong time, you're going to lose money. You guys run out there to buy Bitcoin now, dive in, and then the people at the top sell you their Bitcoin. The question you should be asking is, man, if Bitcoin's so hot, why are the guys who own the Bitcoin willing to sell it to me? Why are they willing to sell the Bitcoin to me? See, you got to ask more questions. You got to say, man, if having a house is such a great idea, why is everybody out here complaining about the cost of housing? Right? So the question you got to ask before you buy the house is, how am I going to pay for this? And if the answer you come up with is paycheck, then do not buy the house, because it ties you to a job to get the paycheck, which requires your time, which means you're going to have to sell your life. If the paycheck is how you're going to pay for that house, don't get it. That's all I'm telling you. If I could just teach the new generation this one thing: if you're going to buy the house with your paycheck, don't buy it. Well, Sean, what do? You said a house wasn't a bad thing, but then you say don't buy one. Yeah, I said don't buy one with a paycheck, and I said a house is not a bad thing. Get it if you can, just don't get it with your paycheck. Well, I got a safe, secure job. No such thing. No such thing. They will fire you. They will lay you off. They will get rid of you, furlough you, cut you. It does not matter. You cannot be out here pretending that your job is safe and secure. I'm here to tell you, it ain't, boo. It ain't. Mine wasn't, yours won't be. There's no such thing. All right, good morning. So, what do you do? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because class is in session right now. So what I'm teaching you, they'll never teach you this in college. They don't want you to know. Your realtor will never tell you this because they want to get paid. But I'm here to tell it to you. So again, follow the money. When they tell you go to college, who benefits the most? College tuition through the roof, right? Jobs that need employees. Colleges make a lot of money because the loans are guaranteed by the government. The government can only guarantee it because you go to work. Think about that circle. So here's the circle or the triangle. The government steps in and says, we guarantee student loans. And so the universities say, you do? The government say, yeah, we guarantee that they'll be covered. The universities say, well, since you're going to guarantee it, we might as well raise the rates. Government say we're good. Jack it up. So the tuition goes through the roof because the government says that they guarantee it. They'll insure it. They'll pay it back. Right? So you got the school making a ton more money because they raised the tuition. Then you got the government who says we'll pay it back. Now, the third connection is this, because we're doing a triangle. You got the school, the government, and then you. Well, the question is, how does the government pay back the student loan debt? Oh, through your paycheck. See, it all comes together, full circle. You go to school, get a degree, get a job. The government taxes your paycheck, pays back the debt. Wait, so essentially, I'm paying back my own debt? Thank you. Now you got it. See, you following? All right, I see some comments. Let me get them real quick before I make it to the house. By the way, for everybody who's in the Middleman CEO Masterclass, I got a real treat coming up for you. We're going to be talking about how to hire your first VA so you can work 1 hour a week like I do, and the VA can run the business for you. And we're going to be talking about how to raise your deposits. So the deposit commissions you guys are taught to get now, it's about $150 per customer. It varies with the industries. So if you guys, if you're doing like the home cleaning industry, you might take a $125 deposit like we do. If you do the moving industry, you might take a $150 to $250 deposit. And other industries, like if you're in the heating and AC, you might take a $500 deposit. And so most people are able to get these deposits in like 5 to 10 minutes. So that's where we want to be. We actually want to get it down to about 7. So we'll be talking about that. We'll also be talking about how to scale. A lot of the students have been hitting me up asking about opening different industries once they get that one industry down. Opening different industries. People are so nice here. My old neighborhood would have hit me crossing the street. But we're going to talk about how to get into different industries. And then after we get into those industries, we're going to be talking about how to scale into different cities also. So we're going to talk about scaling into cities and industries and hiring the VAs, which I recommend you do in the first 3 to 6 months. That way you can do what I promised you would do, which is work 1 hour a week and try to make at least $10,000 a week and get to do whatever you want to do with your life. So that's the beauty. That's why we get to come out and enjoy life, enjoy the neighborhood, drop the kids off at daycare, and look at the wife and go, what do you want to do today? And if you can make $10,000 a month, it's not going to make you rich. It's not $1 million. But if your bills are only $5,000 a month, you still live a good life, drive what you want to drive in the neighborhood you want to live in, and you have an extra $5,000, and you don't have to go to work. What could be better? So come on. Man, I hope y'all are getting excited about this the way I do. I love changing people's lives. But anyway, that's for all the students that are in the training. That's what we got coming up. For everyone who wants to start a business from their phone and learn from me how to do it, I've been doing it since 2020. That's all I do. So if you want to learn how to start your own middleman business from your phone and get to 1 hour a week of working and do whatever you want to do with the rest of your time and still make money, all you have to do is, when this video ends, because I don't know how to do it now, when this video ends, put middleman in the comments under this video or any of the videos, or just go to the video description, and click the link to get a free blueprint on how the industry works. So it's about a 10-minute video, and I break down the entire industry and how I do it and how you can do it and how I'll teach you to do it. So if you have a phone or a laptop, you're good to go. And that's it. Oh, and that's not even the best news. The best news is, and my students can tell you, I'm there with you. So I'm not just gonna give you the course, the training, and then tell you good luck. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna be there with you. You'll be able to reach out to me, contact me, DM me, text me, whatever you want to do. We'll jump on calls, jump on meetings, whatever we need to do to make you win. I'm there. So that's the great news, but that also leads to bad news, which means as long as I'm doing that and I'm face to face with everybody, being available, then the bad news is I can only have a certain amount of students. Otherwise, I'll have too many students where I can't be with everybody. So, but I try to spend time with you. So I'm limited to a certain amount of students each year. I decided, you know what? Each year, I'm going to limit it to a certain amount of students so I can spend time with them. I want everybody to win. So if I can spend time with you, I can almost guarantee you, if you do what I tell you to do, you'll win. And it's not hard work. You're not going to be sweating. You don't even have to leave your bed. You can do all this on your phone or your laptop, however you want to do it. I remember I had so many calls coming in sometimes, and I didn't feel like answering calls. Well, I have a VA now who does that, but this was before I knew all of that, before I got fancy. I had so many calls taking 150, 150, 150. One day I had got up to about, I want to say probably about $1,600 that day. And I was like, man, I'm so tired of talking. I'm not even answering this phone. I turned my ringer off. And customers were still calling and leaving messages. I didn't care. I didn't want to talk. And but you're in a good position when money is throwing itself at you. So you definitely want to be there. All right, comments real quick, and then I'll get off. Somebody said, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Yeah, people are struggling. Hey, I'm doing great. Jada says, dropping out of school was a bad idea because back when I was in middle, going through, and I wanted to get away from school, my parents basically homeschool. Wow. Yeah, bunnies are adorable. Somebody said 5 years ago they were half the cost. Yep, you got it. Now you see the difference. Houses are unaffordable. I'm going to need your help to do it. We're going to create just a nation of woke, not in the negative sense, but woke financial mindsets to where we're like, nah, we're not playing that game. But save your money in the bank account for an emergency or rainy day. Nope, no thank you. Well, why not, Miss Jada? Why not? Oh, because if I save my money in the bank, you're going to use the money to get rich by loaning it out for interest. And then I get nothing. Because it says right here, you pay me 0% interest. Yeah, I know, but nah, there's no but. There's no but. Well, what are you going to do with the money instead? I'm at the daycare. I'm looking at my son playing soccer. I will go over there, but I got the kind of kid who would probably try to stick his neck through the gate. But it's so cool he's over there. I'm almost home, so you guys don't have to deal with me much longer. But if you have a question or comment, now's the time to drop it. But yeah, so you're using the money to get rich. I'm using the money to stay broke. What does that mean? The money's there. You can't be broke. Then you don't understand the purpose of money. Money is a tool to be used, not a pool to be viewed. Right? What good is a hammer that you never need, you never use? No good. Right? What good is a hammer in a straw house? Not good at all. So that's not going to help you. So money utilization. See, the bank knows. See, if the bank was honest with you, they would teach you what they know, and they would say, hey, let me holler at you. Hey, come over here in this corner. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. And the bank would say, hey, listen, the money you put in here, because we've convinced you that you have to have an emergency account, a rainy day account, a savings account, and all that. The money you put in here, Jada, we're going to use it as soon as you walk out that door. We're going to use it to get rich, make more money. We're going to sell it to people for an interest rate. They're going to buy it from us. And then we're going to use it again and again and again. And Jada's gonna say, well, but what do I get? Oh, it says right here, you get 0% interest. Oh, you don't pay me anything? So I basically give you free product. Oh, this ain't a bank, this is the Goodwill. This is Salvation Army. I'm just donating stuff for y'all to make a profit off of. I'm just saying. How many tracking? Somebody said, where are you walking to? I'm just walking around the neighborhood. Well, I love that comment. 5 years ago, they were half the cost. They're going to go down. Who said that? Vape King. They're going to go down. They are now. Even in this neighborhood, if you ever Google my neighborhood, the 76005 zip code, you'll see that a lot of houses are dropping in cost. And so you're gonna see housing prices. They are gonna go down. They are going down now. Like I said, the one that I sold 2 years ago went from 700 to 600. So they are dropping. The problem is $100,000 drop doesn't help a whole lot because they were way overpriced. See, mama didn't raise a fool. We got out of that bad boy. Oh, a baby bunny. Somebody said they like bunnies. I see a baby bunny. Hope y'all can see it. Right there. I'll zoom in. You probably can't see him. He's sitting right there. See him? Little baby bunny. All right, we'll let him be. But again, as I walk towards the house, I'm probably just about 2 or 3 minutes from the house. So if you have a question or comment, drop it now. By the way, smash thumbs up if you're getting any value off of this video. This is better than college, and I'm not patting myself on the back. I didn't know this stuff just a few years ago. I had no clue about this. I was saving money in a bank account. Hard times come, you just spend that up and find out, wait a minute, it doesn't just come back? No. Wait a minute. So if I got 1,000 in there and I spend 1,000 a day, I got nothing? Well, that makes no sense. How about I use the money to make more money? How about that? All right, let's see. Again, by the way, put Middleman in the comments if you want to see the free live blueprint video. It's about 10 minutes, and I'll just break down how I help you to build your own business and then grow. So, guys, I promise you've seen videos of me talking to students that want to hit $10,000 ASAP, and I believe it. I want people to win. So, real quick, half the cost, man, I love that comment. They're going to go down, but unfortunately they were so high that even $100,000 drop doesn't help a whole lot. It's that sad. And then if they cut the interest rates, you're going to get hyperinflation. The price is just going to shoot through the roof again. So they can't even cut the interest rates. Why? Because the interest rates were supposed to slow down the market, slow down spending, and drop prices because it was supposed to lower demand. The only problem was inflation has too much money in the market, which means everybody's got money. And since people are addicted, you're not going to hear this on another channel. I'm telling you the truth, because I'm not going to say I'm in the market. I've sold houses. I live in the neighborhood. I know what's going on. People are so addicted to buying homes, obsessed with owning homes, home loanership, that they are willing to pay anything to have a house. And because that has happened, you have not seen the decline in housing prices, but because you have not seen an oversupply. The only way to crush this market is oversupply, which means what? You need a clearance section. You need a bunch of stuff that didn't sell, and you need to park it in the back of the store and call it clearance or clearance. But call it clearance. Until people stop spending and stop buying, you're never going to have that clearance section because there's a line outside of the store, right? I hope that made sense. Smash thumbs up if that little breakdown made sense to you. Just use that analogy of a store. So, all right, I'm about to get off, but real quick, somebody said, where are you walking to? No, I'm not in Cali. I'm in Dallas. I'm in Dallas, South Louisiana boy living in DFW. Love it here. Probably never leave. But I do want a vacation home somewhere else. I'm in Dallas though. No, I wouldn't move to Cali. No, I don't. I like my freedoms. I'll just leave it at that, and I like to keep my money. People living out of cars, 100%, Paul. It's a struggle out here. 10K is a good life, yeah. I'm glad you said that, Paul, because people sleep on the idea of $10,000 being a good life. I'm not telling you that $10,000 makes you a millionaire. Obviously, it doesn't. I'm not telling you that $10,000 a month is $1,000,000 a year. It doesn't make you rich. I get it. What I am telling you is, if you don't have to go to work to get the $10,000, that's freedom. Keep your bills under 10 grand. Enjoy your life. That's what I'm telling you. So, hello. So, but as I go ahead and, because I'm about to get off here in just a couple minutes, probably check the mailbox real quick. Then I have to go get all beautiful to go meet with my web guy at the coffee joint. Nice little cool bar, owner operated. I go there. The coffee's not great. It's not. I do like Dunkin' coffee. That's probably my favorite coffee. What do you guys drink coffee? What's your favorite coffee brand? I'm not big on Starbucks. Is it just me? I think the coffee's nasty. They have a bunch of other things, but the coffee's disgusting. So I'll go to like Dunkin'. That's my favorite coffee. But when I find out there's a mom and pop store across the street from the neighborhood and it's owner operated, and hey, I'm going over there. Somebody said Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, absolutely. I could rock with that. By the way, guys, help me to grow this channel. I give you all this free content. I don't charge anything. I'm okay with you learning as much as you can. I just pray it helps you and blesses you and changes your life and your mindset. All I ask in return is that you share the channel with somebody else who could benefit from this knowledge, right? And that you subscribe and thumbs up. That's all I ask. Help me. Because if the channel doesn't grow, my assumption is that people don't want the information. But if the channel grows, I'm like, all right, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a group of people out here that are hungry for this info, who want to know, who are tired of being oppressed by the paycheck to paycheck system, right? Who are tired of being pressured and hoodwinked into buying homes they can't even afford. And now you've booked them with a 30-year debt obligation. I had someone comment on one of the videos the other day. I should do a remake video or response video. And the guy said, paid off my house, saved up a bunch of money, and now these houses make income. Listen, that's great. That's how you want to do it. That's an asset now. Now, if you live in the same house, and well, I don't agree with the just stacking money in the bank. There's always something you can do with money, but the banks will do that. But if you're going to be the person doing all, if you're going to have to work for 30 years to pay off a mortgage, no, terrible idea. What else would you volunteer for that cost you 30 years of your life working hard, trading time for money to acquire? Nothing. Then why are we so easily swayed into dropping 30 years of our lives to keep a paycheck to pay off a house? Here's how they get you. Well, houses appreciate in value. I'll just prove to you that's not always true. It just depends on when you buy. You buy at the top of the market, you won't get appreciation. You buy at the bottom of the market, you might get appreciation. What does that tell you? Buy when the houses crash. That's when you buy. Right? Really anything. So, and I know my realtors on here mad at me, but I got to keep it real. I have a bunch of friends back here who are realtors. They fill me in on the housing insurance crisis that's starting across the nation right now. I'm hearing about that. HOA fees going through the roof. I'm hearing about that. And I'm like, thank God I don't deal with any of that stuff anymore. I don't even like cutting grass. I'll do it. Okay, all right. I gotta get ready for that then. That is my alert to get off of here. So, But I'll read these comments real quick and then I'll bounce. By the way, if you want to learn how to start your own middleman business, then put middleman in the comments. You can check the video description after I close this video. You'll see the video description. Click the link, watch the short intro to middleman, and I'll show you what exactly a middleman business is, how it works, and how you can make a bunch of money. Like Paul said, if you could make $10,000 a month, because that's my goal. My goal is to get everybody to 10 grand a month within like the first 6 months. And I know I can do it because I've done it. So if we can get guys just 10 grand a month in the first 6 months, we got something. We got people that get to enjoy life doing what they want to do. You don't have to go, what time you go to work today? You could go, hey, what time we playing golf today? What time we fishing today? What time's that flight today? Hey, what you want to do this week? You want to go to Vegas? Let's do it. Hey, you want to hit the beach this week? Let's do it. Hey, you want to jump in the car, drive down to Houston, hang out for the weekend? Let's do it. What about Monday? Who cares? We don't work. We have a business. So you don't have to work hard to earn a living. They fooled us. They got us thinking we have to work hard to earn a living. And again, where did you learn all this? See, schools are dangerous. Schools are dangerous. They're gonna create they're gonna create robots out of you. You'll be so programmed by the time they finish with you, you won't think there's any other way to make money outside of a paycheck. You won't think there's any other way to make money without going to school and walking across the stage. You know how people get all that pride. Yeah, I'm a double major, triple major. I don't know. I don't know anything about college. I went to college for 1 week, never went back. And I'm not bragging. I had a kid when I was very young. And when they called about work, I was gone. I had to go to work. I had a child. So I'm not bragging. I'm not telling you, hey, it's a great thing to just drop out. I would say this. If you're going to go to college, number one, try to go for free. That's the first thing. Try to go as cheaply as you can. Number two, do something that's going to make you at least 6 figures, because that's almost the new minimum wage. So focus on something that's going to make you at least 6 figures. Then make sure that job's going to be relevant in the next 10 years. Meaning that the question you got to ask is, hey, can AI replace this job? Can a system or technology remove my position? Can I be replaced by a child in Pakistan? Somebody coming through the border right now, can they replace me? You got to ask yourself those questions so that you don't waste your time. What are you going to school for? Just social work. God bless you. God, you're going to struggle. That's what I'm thinking about buying. God bless you. We need you. And we do. Boy, you're going to need a husband that makes some money. So that's how I think. All right, so hello, Dunkin' Donuts. Somebody said I'm wholesaling houses, thinking about joining middleman. Don't think about it, Paul. Come on in while we still got space. Reason being is because I work with everybody one-on-one, and I'm starting to find out as students start to pile in, I'm very limited. So I'm going to cut off the enrollment very soon for the rest of the year, because there's no way I could spend time with everybody. And I'm starting to see that. So I decided I'm going to have a cutoff number each year. And if you don't make that cut, you just can't be a part of it. So I would move quickly, Paul. Hey, Sean, about to go live with the middleman on Craigslist. Hey, let's go. That's right. All right, Yolanda, go ahead, put it out. Oh, Yolanda's one of the students. Yeah. Let's go. See, Yolanda knows. She knows I work with you one-on-one. She knows I'm always available. And we're about ready to launch. Yolanda, if you don't mind, because it says you're about to go live. All right, so if you don't mind, before you run that ad, now that I'm on here real quick and I'm about to get off and be unavailable for a while, if you don't mind, email me or DM me a copy of the ad and let me look at it. I just want to make sure you're good before you launch it. And because I want you to win, and we're not taking chances. I'm not just, you probably never done that before, and I'm just not going to be like, hey, yeah, whatever you think will work. No. Send it to me. Let me look at it. I've been doing it probably longer than you. And that's not a brag. That's just to say, hey, I got your back. So before you send it out and take a chance on whether it hits or miss, no, no, no. Let me see it so I can help you and look over it, and we could it's probably perfect, or it probably needs a couple of changes. Let me look over it and help you, at least get a second opinion before we launch it, so that we can know for sure we got the right thing and we're ready to rock and roll. See, guys, I told you I was a good mentor. So, but send that to me, Yolanda. I'll take a look at it right now. All right, guys, my live is over. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. Tell somebody else about it. And for everybody who's thinking about Paul, for everybody who's thinking about getting into the Middleman course, don't wait, because again, I'm limited and I'm not going to be able to help everybody. So the faster you guys get in, the faster we can start working together. But there is going to be a cutoff. I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Of course,